And Mayberry's batting. It's the Miami Marlins coming off a win. They're happy to break out with a win after losing 4 straight. Makes contact. It is going to be fouled. Fly ball deep and off to the left. Bats came around in their last W when they needed it.
Now, there's nothing in the world more dramatic than a late inning rally to win a ball game.
That one's gloved. And coming up to the Phillies in the final stretch of the season. Today is the last game of this Miami series. They'll take on a team they're confident about, the Astros at Minute Maid Park. That's Thursday through Sunday. Then they get to face their NL East brethren. New York Mets will be hosting. They need some wins in this crucial part of the season. It's going to be a little tougher with all this time on the road. Hit hard on the ground to short. In time for the out. And Suzuki's in the box. He bounced out his last time. Michael Morris will come to the dish. He's going to come on as a pinch hitter.
As the pinch hitter comes into the game now, it officially closes the book on this guy's day.
Shot towards the hole. And there's the third out of the inning. Gamble is there to put it away. No runs at a base hit. They leave one man on at first. Tie ball game here in Philadelphia. And we've got Gear batting. He'll get us started as we go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Ambrose is called up. He'll be pitching as the Marlins bring in their reliever. And in this tie ball game, taking a look at the pen, we got some double-barreled action.
Well, they've got them both up out there trying to get a sense as to how they feel, how fresh they are, and then make a decision about who to bring in.
First pitch to him. Swings and misses the slider. 0-1.
Well, anytime you can spot your slider down in the strike zone, you're going to have a lot of success in the game. And I tell you what, any hitter will tell you, anytime that slider's down in the zone, it's almost impossible to hit.
Ground ball headed for the middle. In time for the out. And coming up for the Marlins, the series with Philadelphia concluding today. Tomorrow's off. Then they'll be going up against Joey Votto and the Reds. Team that will definitely give them a competitive series. That's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They'll stay right there for the next set of games. The Atlanta Braves. Lots of home games. That's always a good thing. It's Drew at the plate. Last time up, flew out. On the way. First pitch, fastball, 0-1. It's the curve by him that time. He's in control with that 0-2 count.
Well, the hitter's dug himself a pretty deep hole right here. Let's see if he can battle himself out of it.
That's in on the hands for a ball, 1-2.
Well, a good pitch right there. He tried to get one in on his hands, but he just missed, though, in off the plate. Great pitch.
Slider swung out and missed. 2 down.
Well, 2 strikes. You have to try to fight off this pitch. You have to think away and adjust in. They went away, but he couldn't make contact.
Take a look at the teams who are leading the way in the home run department, courtesy of State Farm. Number 1, the Brewers. The Reds second. Marlins third. Fourth, the Giants. And number 5, the Phillies rounded up.
Well, if you bought a ticket to come watch this game, let's hope you bought one in fair territory somewhere in the outfield, because these two teams can really hit the long ball.
Fastball waved at, missed, 1-1. Swings on that 1-1 delivery, but misses. Strike two. Here's the pitch. That swung on and flied to right. And that one's put away to retire the side. And they're unable to make any noise here in this half inning.
Well, the fans are getting a late inning showdown right here, Gary.
One of the league's best players. This is right where you want him. Last inning, he has a chance to be the go-ahead.
Gary, a bit of a stare down between these two right here, trying to get into each other's head a little bit. They know a home run changes the game.
On the ground to short. Gear over to first for out number one. McGilberry now digging a hole as he comes to the plate. Wearing the collar thus far. And here's the first one. Line shot into center field. And he's on. That's the go-ahead run. He's going to try to stretch it.
Well, you're talking about a pitcher who didn't read the scouting report. I mean, everyone knows this guy's a high ball hitter. He threw one up there, and he got it whacked.
Davis into the batter's box. He's batting now late in this game. Only one out.
And the defense looking for the double play ball. The hitter trying to hit one in the gap.
Trying to move that runner around from first. Here's the 0-1 from Willis. Oh, and he swings on a dirt pitch. Guess he couldn't see that one. Oh, there he goes for second. And that's a base hit. Davis on board. Boy, I don't know in that count, Steve. Number one, the fact that he swung's kind of a surprise. I don't know how he hit that where it was.
You're right. On an 0-2 count, you have to protect the plate. Sometimes it's a defensive swing.
He swings and nails a liner. And that'll put him on another hit. And with that right-hander warming up in the bullpen here, I'm not sure quite what they're thinking.
Well, with the left-handed hitter on deck, he's probably getting ready for hitters later in the lineup.
It's going to be Gertzelanek, and he needs to bring in the go-ahead run from third.
Well, the pitcher needs to try to get a ground ball and see if they can't get a double play.
And that's going to bring his tourist to the plate. He'll be the pinch hitter. He sends this one in the air towards center. The dive and a runners on the move. There's the run, and it gives them the lead. That'll lay himself out, but he comes away with it.
Well, the key isn't the catch at the end. The key is first step. He got a great jump on it, and that's what allowed him to run it down.
And Mayberry's batting. Steve, I think from a manager's perspective, he's got to be all smiles over there with this offense producing at this point of the game.
That hit was exactly what they needed in that situation. Now they're up by a run, headed into the ninth.
You have 2 outs here in the inning, only need one more. The last thing you want is a big 2-out hit. They're not going to chance it with this guy.
Yeah, but I don't understand this. You've already got 2 outs in the inning. This guy isn't one of the better hitters in the game. Go at him, challenge him, show something.
Anthony in the box. And he needs to come through here with 2 down.
Infield got to play back in this situation and get the out at the easiest base.
First pitch was a strike, 0-1 now.
It's always important to get that first strike in there late in the game in critical situations.
Davis, he's trying to steal. Struck him out. He gets out of this with just a little hurt. For those of you just coming on board, Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Kruk bringing you Major League Baseball on 2K Sports. It's going to be Ward. It's an important job leading off that home half here in the ninth. This crowd is restless and ready for that game-winning run. And with that right-hander warming up in the bullpen here, I'm not sure quite what they're thinking.
Well, with the left-handed hitter on deck, he's probably getting ready for hitters later in the lineup.
And we've got Mason Tobin out on the mound. He'll try to close this one out for Miami. Tries to ring him up with a fastball away, but it's 1-2.
You got to force him to earn it right now. I think you've got to throw strikes, Gary. No free passes, no hit by pitches. Don't pitch him inside. Throw away. You don't want to leak one inside, give up a home run.
Got him there. That was a nice strikeout.
K-Cam registers 87 miles per hour with very little break.
And Chase Utley to bat. He's got a .296 career batting average against the Marlins. And he takes a strike on that fastball. 1-1. That one fouled off by Utley. This is pop foul to the right side, but playable. That's the second out of the inning.
You know what? You're 1 out away from victory in a very well-played close ball game right here. Listen, you'll take it. A 1-1 win is just as good as a 10-run win.
And it's Hunter Pence in the box now. Homered back in the first inning. Can't get him to chase that one outside. Ball 1.
Trying to get the ground ball out. You throw that two-seam fastball away from the hitter, trying to get him to reach and roll over it. He laid off of it here.
1-0 pitch. Slurve. It's in there. 1-1.
Down, down, down. It's all about location. That breaking ball down in the zone makes it very difficult on the hitter.
And that's taken outside for a ball 2. 1 strike count. And it's 3-1. Pence has got that hitter's count he wanted.
Well, he starts that two-seam fastball, the inside corner, but it just runs in on the hands just off the plate.
Change up, swung on and missed. 3-2.
Fans are on their feet right now. They know 2 strikes on the hitter. They need to keep this thing going.
Ball 4. That misses ball 4. The potential tying run on base.
Well, you know, the pitcher's really tired right now, and you have to think that his confidence is a little bit shaken. That long at bat right there, he had a chance to put the hitter away, and now he had
hit on the ground. This could be the end. And on to first for out number 3, and that's going to do it.
The offense got it done on the top, and the pitching got it done on the bottom half, and celebration as they head back to the clubhouse.
And it's about time to award our player of the game, don't you think?
on such a tough decision on who to pick for your clutch performer of the game. You'd like to take the pitcher, but the bottom line is the clutch hit is the reason why his team won. That's why he's our player of the game.
And they didn't have to score a lot of runs to do it. McGilberry now digging a hole as he comes to the plate. Last outing for the Braves. Hit on the ground towards second. Bourne throws to first in time. That's 3 down. They give 2 men. Just coming on board. Gary Thorne, Steve Phillips. John Price, as we bring you Major League Baseball here on 2K Sports. And Freeman will come to the plate. Lifetime 225 off the Marlins.
And just hasn't ever been able to get dialed in against this team throughout his career.
Andrew Oliver is going to be pitching as the Marlins bring in their reliever. It's Emos at the plate. He'll be the pinch hitter.
Well, not hard to understand this one, Gary. You're going to bring in the pinch hitter for the pitcher. Hopefully a guy who can come up with a big hit.
A shot up the middle. Throw got him. That is one heck of a play. They pick up no runs on 1 hit and leave a man at single. And next, it'll be the Braves getting it going. Leadoff batter will get a shot at it later on in this inning. Creek has a turn in the watch. He's going to start the 9th inning. And we've got Mason Tobin out on the mound. We'll try to close this one out for Miami. Fastball runs inside, 1-0.
You try to run that 2-seam fastball down and in. It means you want to get the ground ball. He didn't get it, though, as the hitter lays off the tough pitch.
And that's waved at and missed, 1-1.
They threw in that slider right there. Got him to swing a little bit early. Got to be a little more patient with that pitch.
This one's bounced ever so slowly to left foul. Inside for a ball. We're even at 2. Swings, lines this one back up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit. Tying run is on.
Well, a good piece of hitting right there. And anytime you get your first hitter of the inning on base, it could set up the potential for a big inning.
Well, now hitting for the pitcher in this situation, he just has to try to get on base and see if he can't get something going offensively. Well, definitely going to have to hold the run.
Swings, hits this one pretty well. Deep right center. This one beyond him. It's going to be extra bases.
Well, you just can't explain how valuable a pinch hitter is. A guy who can come off the bench cold and deliver a big hit.
Well, here it is. He cannot afford the nerves. He's going to have to get his emotions under control.
You know he's trying desperately to keep those runners on with that 1-run lead to protect.
But he can't be too fine. He still has to be aggressive. Location is going to be the key.
Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a line drive. And it gets down. And that's in. They're able to tie it up.
Now they could taste the victory. They could taste the post-game spread. But now it's all tied up again. There's a long way to go.
And Freeman will come to the plate. And he can break this tie right here.
Well, this has been the perfect start to the inning. Exactly what they wanted. Base runners. Now they got to bring them home.
And with that right-hander warming up in the bullpen here, I'm not sure quite what they're thinking.
Well, with the left-handed hitter on deck, he's probably getting ready for hitters later in the lineup.
D'Antona is called up. He'll be pitching. They've decided it's time to bring a new arm into this one. He's running. Safe. He gets in there.
The throw too late right there. He's able to steal second base, sliding into the bag.
That's something he's going to try again if he can get that kind of a jump.
You know, during the replay, he didn't have that much of a leadoff either.
Line towards first. It's one. And he's going to hang on to it. No relay, so they will not get the double play. Now let's see if he can get it done. Here's Jason Hayward. And he needs to bring in the go-ahead run from third.
Now the pitcher needs to try to get a ground ball and see if they can't get a double play.
First pitch was a strike, 0-1 now. A career .268 hitter against the Marlins. Got one, but he'll hang on to that, so they will get one. Now on to second, safe there, trying for that double play, but they'll get the lead runner. It's Gabby Sanchez, and he's looking to bring in that go-ahead run from third.
Now with 2 outs, the infield can play back, but it's still a dangerous situation with this hitter at the plate.
And very late in the game. That one's up and in for ball 2.
Well, a little message pitch right there, up and in the strike zone. And I think this hitter will think twice about diving out over the plate after that pitch.
Up with it. And out. Pitcher makes a nice play at first base.
That was a nice play. Saw the opportunity at first. Didn't waste any time getting over. That's the key. Beat the runner to the bag.
Good hustle off the mound. So they scratch across a run. 3 hits and a couple left on. Brave.
Well, you went late inning fireworks. We've got it right here.
The home crowd is hoping, and this may be their final hope, maybe their best hope, a chance to win it here in the bottom half of the last inning.
Now the crowd.
Line towards second. He's up with it. And his throw is in time for out number 1. McGilberry now digging a hole as he comes to the plate. He bounced out his last time. Here's the first pitch. It's strike 1. Can't make contact on the fastball.
The guy's looking at the numbers on his pitch tendencies. I think he's going to come back with a fastball right here.
That one goes foul. Pitch on the way. Swung on, missed, curveball, struck him out, 2 down.
He chases the breaking ball for strike 3 right there. You got to lay off it.
Bodker up now. He's had 1 hit, 4 times up. Good pitch that time, and it's 0-1.
Well, anytime you can spot your slider down in the strike zone, you're going to have a lot of success in the game. And I tell you what, any hitter will tell you, anytime that slider's down in the zone, it's almost impossible to hit.
And he throws on to first. That'll retire the side. Let's go. And it'll be Hicks at the plate. He'll start things off here in inning number 10. Swung on, bounced weakly to second. He's got it now. And he is safe at first. He's on board.
Well, the pitcher makes a great pitch right here. Had him way out in front of this ball, but he gets just enough a piece of it to put it in play. And with that speed, he just beats it out.
And it's Bastardo batting. Well, he digs in here, Steve. A golden opportunity. There he goes for second. And he is safe at second.
Here's another look at the steal. He gets to second base, sliding in hard.
And he didn't have much of a lead that time off first, but a really good jump.
Sometimes you tip off the pitcher with too big of a lead, so it worked in this situation.
Inside, ball 3.
Well, a good pitch right there. He tried to get one in on his hands, but he just missed, though, in off the plate. Great pitch.
Here's a swing and a fly ball to right center. And it's going to be good. Solanic. What away now.
Well, he got underneath it, hit it right up to shoot the second baseman, able to make the play easy.
Kansas is up now, and he is batting here late in the game in a crucial spot.
Well, you've got a base runner. You don't know if you're going to get another opportunity. The game may be on the line right here.
This is the chance at a game-winning RBI, and he dives back safely. Let's take a look at the replay here, Steve. They get him at second base.
Well, it's the old daylight play. When the pitcher sees daylight between the runner and the infielder, he wheels and throws to the bag. They pick them off.
Just missed with the fastball, 1-0.
That fastball right there just missed, just below the knees. Tell you what, a borderline pitch. I think they wanted that one bad.
Swung on, grounded towards the hole. And he'll step on first to retire the side. 7 pitches. And welcome to those of you just tuning in. 2K Sports, Major League Baseball. This is Gary Thorne along with Steve Phillips and John Crook. It's going to be Taylor. He flew out his last time up. Bottom half of the 10th underway, 0-1 count.
But with the swing like that, there's no wonder why he's getting sliders right there. Tough pitch to hit out of the ballpark, but give the hitter credit. He's trying to do it anyway.
Curveball got him, 1 away.
Let's see this curve again.
Well, sometimes you get fooled so badly, there's just nothing else you can do but hope and pray that you put the ball in play, hopefully foul, to get another pitch to hit.
And Morse is batting. Drove in a run earlier in the game. Swings at that breaking ball, but misses. It's 0-1. The pitch. That one swung on, hit in the air deep to left field. As he drops back and puts it away.
Well, the hitter just missed this one. He's going to want to have this one back. The left fielder able to range back and put it away.
And Mayberry's batting. Grounded out last time. Bastardo throws on to first in time to retire the side. Nothing. Creek gets a turn here. He's in the first position leading off this 11th inning. And here's the first one. Watches that fastball. That goes by him for a strike.
It's a nice location with that fastball down in the zone. If he makes contact, it's going to be a ground ball.
Good movement to that cutter, and he's in the hole now, 0-2. Ball. And he lays off that one outside, 1-2.
Well, that's where you look for a changeup from the pitcher away in the strike zone. If they look for it and get it, they can really shoot that thing the other way and do some damage.
Wouldn't offer at the curveball. Takes the count even at 2.
Gary, he's aggressive on the 2-2 count, so if he's going to go down, he's going down swinging. Let's see if the pitcher can hit his spot.
And it goes foul. He deals. Good wood. Hits it right back up through the pitcher. It gets through. Go ahead, run on base.
Well, just what his team needed. He continues to swing a great bat. 3 hits from now in this ball game, and he's on with no outs.
Well, a tie game, you have to make this move right now. Offense becomes critical, and then the bullpen's going to have to come in and get the job done as well.
Well, he digs, and he lays one down here. Gets it.
Well, anytime you're sitting on the bench, it's hard to tell what a pitcher's really throwing unless you get in that batter's box. You come off the bench very cold like he was and delivers. That is huge.
Guardado at the plate. He's batting now late in this game. Only one out.
And the defense looking for the double play ball. The hitter trying to hit one in the gap.
Trying to move that runner around from first. Lays off the curveball. Good pitch, though. 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Good-looking fastball. Called the ball, though. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Change-up. Called strike 2.
This is why changing speeds is so important for a pitcher. You get the hitter off balance, even more effective when it's down in the zone.
Now the 2-2. And he lays off one inside, and he's worked it full.
Good running movement on that pitch, in on the hands for the hitter. He laid off it, couldn't do anything with it anyways.
And missed. Ball 4. That possible go-ahead run now is in scoring position.
Well, you know, the pitcher's really tired right now, and you have to think that his confidence is a little bit shaken. That long at bat right there, he had
swing and a line drive, and he's not able to get there. Around third, heading home, and he comes in to score, and they have snatched that lead. So now the WPA graph will show us how much of a difference that run batted in means at their chances of victory. Now let's see if he can get it done. Here's Jason Hayward. Steve, I think from a manager's perspective, he's got to be all smiles over there for this offense producing at this point of the game.
A big-time clutch hitting we're seeing right there, Gary. And they break the tie in extra innings with that one.
And, Steve, the beauty of extra inning baseball is you don't have much time, you don't have many outs. You got to make everything count. Here's the pitch. Cutter thought he had him, but it's 1-2.
You're right. You have to make everything count. They made it count in this frame. The question is, can they add on, and then can the pitching shut the door?
Popped him up. 2 away.
Got him off balance, got him up front a little bit. Easy pop out to the shortstop.
Brzezinski at the plate. And they're going to take a timeout here. They're going to have a little meeting at the mound.
Well, they're going to give them a little bit of time in the bullpen to try to get themselves ready in case they need to make a move.
Cutter just misses. 1-0. The 1-0 now. Fouled off. And he fouls off another one. Struck him out. That'll be out number 3. We'll see if their offense now can get going. It's going to be Grid-Solanic. Last time up, flew out. And Craig Kimbrell is the pitcher. They've decided it's time to bring a new arm into this one. Here's Ike Davis stepping in. He'll grab a bat and hit here.
Well, it's a luxury for the manager having a lefty coming off the bench like this guy. They go to him here, hoping it's the right move against the right-handed pitcher.
Swing sends this one on a line to right center. And that is in there. The tying run is on base. He's trying for second.
Well, you just can't explain how valuable a pinch hitter is. The guy who can come off the bench cold and
Anthony is going to come in and pinch run. Throws over to first. Much too close for the runner's concern. He's back in there, though. And he's running, taking off for second. He's up with it. Over to second for 1. And they get 2. Great double play. How big was that double play? Well, the WPA graph gives us a pretty good idea. Now we've got D'Antona batting. Kingray will grab a bat and hit here.
As the pinch hitter comes into the game now, it officially closes the book on this guy's day.
swung on, hit on the ground. Startled. And on to first for out number 3, and that's going to do it.
Well, they picked up a big run in the final inning, Gary, and then held the lead, and the visiting team going home happy.
And here we are at that moment where we're going to find an individual performance to recognize our player of the game. No doubt it was the performance of the day, Jair. And they didn't have to score a lot of runs to do it. McGilberry now digging a hole as he comes to the plate. It's the Miami Marlins coming off a win and like to bring out the brooms here tonight, hoping to sweep 3-0 against the Mets. That should be a base hit. Here comes a runner for the plate. And it's tied up. The tying run crosses the plate. Let's see what the RBI means for their win expectancy.
Well, he saw a pitch that he really liked, and he did not miss it. A really nice job with nobody out, keeping this inning going and picking up that RBI. Great piece of hitting.
Davis into the batter's box. Struck out swinging last time, and that swung on and oh, there he goes for second. That one swung on, hit in the air to deep right center field. One away. Runners on the move. And he comes in to score, and they have snatched that lead. It's going to be Taylor. Boy, we have seen this offense building momentum, Steve, and what a time of the ball game to do it.
Well, they were given an opening, and they took it. And now they have a lead late in the game.
0-1 count as that started off with a strike. Steve, we'll keep an eye on the bullpen. We'll expect to see that closer getting up and getting ready to come into the ball game.
Well, that's right, but you want to give your closers some insurance. Give them some margin for error. So look.
Oh, there he goes. Swung on, missed, curveball, struck him out 2 down. They pick up 2 runs, 3 base hits, then leave the base. And in the batter. Box, it's Tolley. He's going to get things going here. Home half, 7th inning. Hagedon will be coming in to pitch in this game. He's brought in to take over for the Marlins.
Well, in the late innings, now it's time for the managers to match wits to see who can best utilize his bench and his bullpen to win this game.
That's in the dirt. He traps it. Here's the delivery. A swing and a foul off to the right side. Hit on the ground, up the middle. Grimmage. In time for the out. Time's running up for teams on the National League wildcard race. Let's look at the State Farm standings board. Giants out in front, first place. Rockies in second spot. The Brewers, third place. Fourth place, the Cubs. It's the Padres in fifth. And wrapping up the list, it's the Pirates.
I've got an amazing wild card race in the National League right now, and these teams battling it out down to the end, and it's going to go down to the wire.
Swings and misses the slider, 0-1.
Gary's still dealing with that one-run differential, one out here in the seventh inning. And again, I think it's about making plays right now and offensively force the issue, get somebody on base and put the pressure on the pitcher.
Change up that time, swings and misses. That'll be strike 3 and 2 down.
And he only got to see 3 pitches. Now, unhittable pitches, but he saw them nonetheless.
Boy, that's a tough at bat for the hitter. He's got to walk away almost before he even got there. Day at the plate. 0 for 3 to this point. And he swings and hits this one foul. Too far inside, 1-1.
Two outs here in the seventh inning, Gary, and obviously the game's getting short. You're down by a run. You need a 2-out rally. Don't wait. Every inning is an opportunity. You've had 2-out rallies before, so you can get it going here.
Davis picks it. And they get him at first base. Good hustle by the pitcher to get over there.
Now, great work by the pitcher there. He's normally not called upon to play first base. He does a nice job completing the task and getting the out.
Good defensive half inning there. No hits allowed. Marlins holding on to the lead. And Morse is batting. Lifetime 231 off the Mets.
And just hasn't ever been able to get dialed in against this team throughout his career.
This one has popped up to the left side out of play. Oh. There's a swing, line drive, center field. And that's going to be a base hit for Morse. He's going to try to stretch it.
Well, the National League has some real tough teams, guys. Here where the Miami Marlins sit right now. Second in doubles, second in ERA. And they're the number 2 team in slugging percentage, which goes a long way to driving in runs because it allows you to drive in runners from first base instead of just when they're in scoring position.
Now working on the 0-1 count now.
Well, not a whole lot you can do in a pitch.
This is swung on, lifted to deep right field. As he drops back, the runner's tagging from first.
This ball looked good coming off the bat. I thought it would carry a little bit further, but the right fielder able to keep a beat on it, roam back and put it away.
Yep. Morse is stealing. Here's the pitch. Swings and grounds this one to the right side. Foul. Swung on a fly ball down the left field line. 2 down here in the inning. And 2, double play. So no runs on 1 hit and nobody left on. Marlins 4, the Mets 3. And we've got Cruz Batting with a called third strike in his last time up. And out on the mound, we'll see Josh Lindblom as the Marlins bring in their reliever.
This is where the manager earns his money. Let's see if this move pays off.
A strike to start the back half of the eighth here, 0-1.
Okay, I think they got to look at anything they can. If there's an inside pitch, get hit by the pitch, get on base, you're the tying run. If you can, lay down.
Swung and a fly ball. Oh, Taylor makes a beautiful catch. This is where having great athleticism in the outfield comes into play.
Well, great athleticism. Speed is a two-way tool. It helps you on the bases, but it also helps you in the outfield.
Here are some of the hottest pitching staffs in baseball, courtesy of State Farm. Lowest opponent batting average this month, the Astros #1, the Braves in second, third spot the Brewers, the Cardinals fourth, and at number 5 it's the Cubs.
If you look at those low opponents batting averages, those really are the pitching staffs with the best stuff. They're the ones that get the most outs and the most swings and misses and the most pop outs and the hitters being off balance. Quality pitching equals low opponents batting average.
Curveball, thought he had him, but it's 1-2.
Well, I think for the pitcher's perspective, keep the ball down, keep it in the ballpark, and keep it out of the gap. Force them to hit singles and lump hits together.
Able to set him down there, chalk that one up as a strikeout for him.
That's a pretty fast pitch right there, and hard to get that much break on it.
Tejada at the plate. Trying again here, just 1 for 3 thus far. Takes a swing at that fastball, can't connect, 0-1.
Okay, with 1 out here remaining in the 8th inning, you've got to try to do something offensively. And I think that with 2 outs, even if you hit a single, you've got to think double out of the batter's box. Force them to make a play. Get yourself in scoring position.
Swung on, hit. He dives. He's up with it. Throw in the dirt. He is safe at first.
Well, taking a look through the National League, let's see where the Mets rank right now. 9th in stolen bases, 10th in doubles, and they're in the top 10 in team batting average. That depth and length of the lineup paying big dividends for this team as they seem to find ways to get base hits. We're definitely going to have to hold the runner close at first base. He can run, and boy, if he gets to second base, he's in scoring position and could tie this one up.
Low for ball 1. He fouls that one off. Wallace watches it for a strike. Swing popped up, way up there, over near second. That's caught. Side is retired. No runs at a base hit. They leave 1 man on at first. Marlins holding on to the lead. We're going to look at that leadoff hitter due up here in the inning. Bodker at the plate now. He'll start us out here in the last inning of regulation. And he starts him out. Swung on. That one put in play. It goes towards Cruz. He gets over to it. And Lindblom's in the box. Kingray is going to come on as a pinch hitter.
Now being brought in now to hit for the pitcher. Hopefully he can get a base hit to see if they can increase this lead.
Hit sharply towards the hole. And he is safe at first. He's on board. Bad throw. Grimmage up at the plate. He homered back in the third. Oh, he's running, taking off for second. To right center. That looks like a single. He's on his way to third. He's still going. He's headed for the plate. Runner around second. He's heading for third.
Oh, with that big hit right there, he only needs a triple to complete the cycle. But hey, that's the toughest one to get. Let's see if he can do it.
He's got to throw strikes in this situation. He's in a big-time jam.
Swung on, that is hit. That'll be a base hit at an RBI. And another run comes through.
Well, that's another insurance run for them right there. And now a little more breathing room as they head to the bottom of the ninth.
Davis into the batter's box. And the offense here is putting on the show. Right now, they're in charge of this ball game.
No, he didn't miss out on that opportunity, and now that hits.
That one's drilled to short. Little warm-up action going in the bullpen. That's a right-hander up and throwing.
Well, they're going to wait for the right-handed hitter on deck to get announced, and then they'll probably make the move to the pen.
It's going to be Taylor. 0 for 4 in this one. Swinging a shot down the left field line. Can't cut it off. It's going to roll to the wall. And he will score from second base. So the rally here energized every new opportunity they take advantage of.
Well, that's another insurance run for them right there. And now a little more breathing room as they head to the bottom of the ninth.
And it's Michael Morris at the plate, one down. Here's one hit very well deep. And Cruz is there. Didn't have a problem getting up. Runners on the move. The throw. And Davis is home. And Mayberry batting. This is a potent offense on the field right now. Really dominating. Here's the pitch. Swung on. That one put in play. It goes towards Cruz. And he's there to retire the side. They pick up 4 hits in the inning, wind up with 4 crossing the plate. And in the batter's box, here's Seda. He's going to be the first at bat, home half of the ninth. D'Antona is going to come on and pitch now. They've decided it's time to bring a new arm into this one. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0.
I think right now, offensively, you've got to start getting base runners. Get as many as you can. I mean, you're down a ton, so you don't need big hits. You don't need home runs. You need base runners.
1-0 pitch. That's a cutter in there. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. He swings and nails a liner, and that's through a base hit. And that'll bring Daniel Murphy to the plate.
Well, you know what? I've seen better swings in a park, but the pitcher able to pick up a base hit right there. And, hey, nothing like helping yourself.
Ground out victim last time through. First pitch on the way. Change up just misses. 1-0. The 1-0 now. Check swing, but it's in there. 1-1. Catcher gets a hold of that one in the dirt. Now the 2-1 pitch. That's called for a strike. It'll even the count at 2-2.
At 2-2, he's just looking to spoil. He's going to be defensive, but he's going up there hacking. Let's see if we can get him to chase a pitch out of the zone.
He delivers. Curveball misses, and it's full. 3-2.
That's not a spot where he wants to throw that pitch. It's danger right there if it's left out over the.
Shot back to first, and Davis pulls it in. And in the batter's box, it's Tolley. He's had. One hit, 4 times up. One down, runner at first. Here we go. Here's the first pitch. And he lays off that pitch upstairs. Ball 1.
Well, he tried that 4-seam fastball up in the zone to get him the chase. Tough pitch to lay off of. Good job by the hitter.
Low for a ball, and it's 2-0. The 2-0 pitch came with a cutter 2-0, but he missed it. 2-1.
Well, you can tell he only had one thing on his mind with the swing like that. He's trying to go long ball. came up empty.
Taps this one foul off to the left. And that's just high for a ball. Runs the count, 3-2. The 3-2 pitch. And he lays off. Ball 4. Coaxed the walk out of him.
Well, after a long, epic battle, this at-bat ends in a walk. Are you kidding me? Someone should have got struck out or someone should have got a hit. But the hitter will take the walk.
And Duda will come to the plate. Homered back in the first inning. Here's the pitch. And it's fouled away.
Oh!
And another foul ball. Here's the pitch. And that's another foul ball. Swing and a miss on the cutter that time. 2 down.
Well, the 2-strike pitch coming right up in at his chin. That's a self-defense swing right there. Fortunately, he didn't get hit in the head.
Day is the batter. 0 for 4 in this one. Two men on and 2 men out. Here's the first pitch. Holds back, and it's a called strike on the inside part of the plate, 0-1.
That cut fastball just ran inside on the hitter's hands. He had no chance to even get out.
Swings, hits this one pretty well. Deep right center. Off the wall and a hop. And we'll see in the replay, this one bounced over the wall.
Well, really a break for the pitcher here because I think he had a chance to stretch it into a triple. Now he has to stay at second base.
And we've got Cruz batting. Well, it's a little bit of redemption here, Steve, but you got to wonder if the hurdle's going to be too much. Just missed with a fastball, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Change up just off the black. Falls behind, 2-0.
Well, that's where you look for a changeup from the pitcher away in the strike zone. If they look for it and get it.
Swung on, hit on the ground. And on to first for out number 3, and that's going to do it.
Well, they picked up a big run in the final inning, Gary, and then held the lead. And the visiting team going home happy.
And we take a look at a performance that today earned our Player of the Game award.
Well, you know, Gary, everyone thinks that the home run's the only way to drive in runs, but not.
And you don't often get the bats going on the road quite like